2017 was an eventful year for the Nigerian music industry. For some Nigerian artists, it was a year of beefs, controversies, breakups and reconciliation, while some new talents gained recognition and acceptance for their arts. Nigerians will not forget in a hurry the altercation between Blackface and Two-Face, where both members of the defunct Plantation Boys group. Wonder Dwell Peace were also ended their music relationship when they parted ways to begin their solo careers, to the disappointment of music enthusiasts across Africa. Dami Crane had his fair share of trouble during the year as he was involved in a credit card scam that led to his arrest in the United States of America. But it wasn't all bad news, as some of the most talked about unions of 2017 were those of artists like Banky W and Orishefemi. Banky W's wedding to Adesuwe Tommy almost became an online religion as many looked out for social media updates on BAT 2017. Nigerian artists showed the world they've got what it takes as they stayed winning in the year. Topping music charts, Google search and YouTube video views, artists like Olamide, Davido, Yemi Alade, Simi and many others reminded the world that Nigeria is the home of music. Nigeria also had a glorious outing at the 2017 Mobile Awards held in the United Kingdom as Wizkid took home the award for Best International Artist and Davido claimed the award for Best African Act. Music lovers and fans of two of Africa's most sought-after talents, Wizkid and Davido, were thrilled when the stars reconciled and performed together on stage after a long-standing beef. As 2018 kicks off, music lovers are looking forward to the promise of the new year. Neko Zadibe, TVC News.
2017 indeed was a beautiful year for Nigerian music.
Really dramatic year.
Very dramatic indeed, from the beginning till the last day of the year. Orishefemi bashing musicians that held concerts and then saying that his wedding was more popular than their concert, and Nigerians couldn't hear of it. They bashed him to the new year. Indeed, we have joining us now in the studio a producer of the producer of Boombox, Sheun Areoye. Good morning to you. Thank you for joining us.
Good morning, Sheun, and Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. And joining us via phone is Biodun Kukpoluyi. Good morning to you. Thank you for joining us. All right, it seems that Biodun will be joining us in the course of the discussion. So let's start with you, Sheun. What was the highlight of the 2017 activities of our musicians for you?
The highlight, it depends on how we look at it.
Or where, because there are many of them, really.
I think it was a very competitive year. Though the year did not give up but to new acts, unlike the previous years where we had the Kiss Daniels.
There were new discoveries.
Yeah, but the year was more competitive with the likes of the Olamide, Davido. Going at the days where we have the likes of Olamide just dominate the whole year. Yeah. This year was very competitive in terms of the songs. The female act came out with full force. Indeed. We had Simi, Yemi Alade.
Tiwa Savage.
Yemi Alade is more like the mother African thing. So it was quite, I would say it was more of a very competitive year. Being competitive made it very difficult for the newer act, to kind of pop up. But the more established act, the likes of Davido, Wizkid. In fact, I think some of our producers also did very well. We had Techno working with Drake. I think that's a big deal. So I think the highlight is difficult to say this is the highlight, but really I think it was more.
There were competitive highlights. All right, I think we have Biodun Kukpoluyi with us right now, joining us on phone. Biodun, good morning and Happy New Year.
Good morning. How are you? Happy New Year.
Well, it's good to have you join us and not in the studio today. Yes, now let me ask you the same question we asked Sheun here. 2017 was really a very dramatic year as far as the music and all of that is concerned. But for you, what really stood out for 2017 for you? Biodun, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Now I'm asking what really stood out for you in 2017 in the Nigerian music industry.
I want to talk about the fact that it has been a very interesting year for Nigerian music industry. Quite unlike last year. A lot of surprises actually sprang up, and of course, music fans actually had a good taste of Nigerian music. And of course, Nigerian music also proved that it is a good cultural export. So I want to look at it from the economic side now. It's a good cultural export because of the fact that Nigerian artists have been able to penetrate, largely the available, mobile technology system that is fast spreading all over the world. And that to me is a great advantage. So any minute they do anything, the whole world gets to know about it. And anything that involves Nigerian artists gets to be known all over the world because of the fact that there is this huge internet penetration by Nigerian artists and, of course, the Nigerian music community. And don't forget the fact that we have a huge, humongous, Nigerian community all over the world. And that is the reason why, the popularity of Nigerian artists is gaining, traction all over the world. You can take a cue from the the festival, one music festival that took place in London, in New York, and of course in Dubai. That the likes of Davido, Olamide, and Whiskey Tupac, you can see the crowd. It's not just about the Nigerian community at that event. That means their friends, associates at work, also turn up. So it is quite huge for Nigerian music, and of course, I want government to take a look at this industry to understand the fact that there is a huge economic potential in that country, in that sector, and the sector needs to be looked into seriously. With available, with structures, that industry can solve Nigeria's economic problem because the youth of Nigeria are taking part in that industry. And of course, if the industry is well structured, that means a lot of economic potentials, a lot of economic benefits can be gained from that sector of the economy.
Indeed,
so
and apart.
Yeah. Oh
yeah, apart from the economic aspect of it, of course, we understand that music is a universal language. So it even has the power to unite people together. A senator suggested that whenever President Muhammadu Buhari travels abroad, that he should take some of these musicians along for cultural promotion. Do you believe so too?
The what?
That President Buhari should consider taking some of our musicians on international trips?
Oh, that would be great. That would be great. I've always talked about the fact that the Ministry of Information and Culture should look at something like that because we have a situation whereby international celebrities and of course decision makers all over the world they listen to Nigerian music. And of course, it would be nice, it will have some kind of a feel to it that, this is an industry that we are actually trying to project in Nigeria, and this is one of the ambassadors, You can imagine someone, and this is one of the ambassadors, You can imagine someone like Whiskey or Davido, going with President Buhari to a World Summit or to United Nations organized conference, and then that will actually add a lot of pep to it. I know someone like Bono and others. They go to international conferences, and then they address the audience there. So it would be a good flip to his several trips abroad. Not only the president, even our governors too. They can go with some of these arts. You can imagine 2P Square. This is quite known all over Africa and of course by extension the world. So it would be a nice one. At least let them see the lifestyle of Nigerians and of course by Africans by extension.
All right. Let me come to you, Seun. Towards the end of the year, there were very wonderful concerts that were organized. Davido, Wizkid, and Olamide, and then. In all of this, one other interesting thing with all the rumors that went around is the one with the Mohits coming back together. Are they coming back together for good, or it was just for the entertainment of it?
No. Like I said, it's part of the competition I was talking about earlier. There was huge competition. Olamide did shows in the UK, Davido did shows in the UK. They fill up huge stadiums, huge venues. All right. So the competition continued in December. Olamide wanted to fill up a stadium in Lagos. Davido took on the Eco Hotel. It was real competitive. So Davido had to pull a kind of stunt. He had to do something. He tweeted about it. He said something special was going to happen, then it was just for that event. That's the bottom line.
The first of was Whiskey that called Davido on stage at his concert.
Yeah. And that was like the high point of his own concert. Davido had to do something. So bringing about one of the biggest group that used to exist, that's the Moed. He had to bring them just for that.
Oh, I see.
So
it was just about the entertainment and something new people would like to see.
Exactly.
Okay, so Biodun, let me come to you now. Yes, there were many gains made, many positives in 2017 in the Nigerian music industry, but not without some dramas. There is the arrest of Dami Crane, which many Nigerians were very angry about that. He further put the name of the country in the mud, but well, it's been cleared. And then Burna Boy now facing robbery charges against Mr. 2K and something like that. So how important is it for these musicians and, of course, public figures to understand that regardless of what you're doing, once you are a public person, there is need for you to place yourself above a particular pedestal for the image of the country?
Well, we cannot rule that out. That's why it's called that's why it's called showbiz. That's why it's called showbiz. We cannot rule out some of this drama. It's expected in the entertainment. And of course, what then? You mentioned something that really touched my nerve, and that is the fact that the image of Nigeria. So it is very, very important that Nigerian artists understand the fact that they are actually they are Nigerian ambassadors. Anytime they are going out, in most of these cases, they come out of the group, and that shows the fact that they are not directly involved in all of this. I remember when that issue was going on, I took it also came out and said, look, boy, don't worry, I've been a victim before. So it's usually about the fact that the other hand of the people handling their contracts, handling their events, are the ones that are trying to be smart with the system over there. It's not about Nigerian artists themselves. It's about the people who are handling this contract. And of course, there is no way you can actually vet the profile of these people who are putting in, who are showcasing them in this event. So they need to ensure that they have a good lawyer here. And that is also an indication that our industry is not well structured. Because if it were well structured, a good lawyer, a good accountant will have looked at all these issues that got them into trouble. You understand? So we need a good structure to run the industry. Every artist, you have an accountant, you have a lawyer, so that you won't get into this type of problem. Because that's the only way you can get out of something like this. Because your lawyer will make sure that all the papers sent by these the promoters abroad are genuine. They verify and then they can say, now you can go. If your money paid, your accountant will look into that. So those are the things that you need to look into, and then make sure that they have a foreign agent. You don't just walk into a country and say you want to go and perform there. You must make sure that your papers are well established. Your working permit are well done, and of course, your card, any money you're going to spend is genuinely acquired and of course, given to you. So those are the things that our artists need to understand. And it is only when they have a good certified agent and managers and accountants, and then of course a finance person that can do this. So the industry is going to embrace more people, give more jobs, and of course, that will help the industry to grow. So that's the only way we can get out of things like this.
All right, Biodun. Yeah, Biodun, thank you.
But I'm particularly sad about, Mr. 2K and the Burna Boy issue, that to me is bordering on the crime, which I think Nigerian police is taking handling.
Thank you, Biodun. Thank you, Biodun. Thank you. Yeah, let me come to you, Seun, before we go. Now, looking into 2018, what can we be expecting that will be big this year?
Well, big this year. Hopefully 2018 should give birth to a new act. We need new acts, we need new faces. Like he said, probably government regulation will help a lot this year too. The fight for piracy. Most of the industry is driven by this young talent. We need proper regulation.
And proper structure. He talked about structure. Everyone seems to be doing his own thing.
Trust me, if the government is involved and these guys are making profit, you can go back, tax them, and do.
And of course, Nigerians are rooting for Timaya to bring home the Grammy Award in his nomination alongside Morgan
and definitely more
awards,
foreign nominations.
more collaborations.
More foreign nominations.
Okay, thank you very much, Seun. Ario for joining us right now, producer of Boombox. And thank you, Biodun Kukuluyi, publisher of the E247 magazine. Thank you very much for coming on the program.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Right.